and welcome. You're watching Medically Speaking and I am Meenakshi Upreti. Now, the Omicron cases are rising with each passing day in the country. Every day we are logging between 2.5 to 3 lakh cases. Positivity rate exceptionally high. The World Health Organization chief today said that the pandemic is far from over. It may eventually become endemic, but we need to learn to live with it. How do we do that? Is there anything? Can we find the answers to it in our Indian heritage? Is there a solution which we can find in something which we have known for generations? Yoga, Ayurveda, naturopathy. Can it help us boost our immunity? Can it help us prepare to fight the virus, whatever mutation comes in the future? To discuss all this and more, I have a panel of experts, two very well-known faces as far as the world of Ayurveda is concerned. I have Professor Dr. Mahesh Vyas with us. He is the head of the All India Institute of Ayurveda from the National Capital. Also, I have Dr. Shashi Rekha. She is the head of the Faculty of Ayurveda at the Banaras Hindu University. I'm going to start with you first, Dr. Vyas. When we speak of Ayurveda, the benefits of Ayurveda, maybe all of us have known it for generations. What does it mean in an era when Omicron cases, when COVID cases are rising at an exponential rate? Is there anything Ayurveda can help us with, perhaps when we speak of building our immunity?
Yes, in Ayurveda, immunity is explained as very much important principle. We use the term Vyadhikshamatva or Bal for immunity in Ayurveda, and it can be understood as the ability of the body to fight against the disease. It not only helps the body to overcome any disease, but also make the body strong enough to be able to resist any kind of disease. This Vyadhikshamatva is basically determined by the status of ojas. And this oj is the essence of all the tissues of the body. Greater the level of ojas, more strong will be the immunity of an individual. So we in Ayurveda primarily focuses on improving this oja as to boost the immunity.
Right. Dr. Shashi Rekha, help us understand in very layman's term, what should I do? How do I build my immunity? Many say start drinking ashwagandha. Many say start drinking those kadhas every day, do pranayam every day. As an individual, what should a person do to increase their immunity, especially in a time of the coronavirus?
Okay. In common term, if you speak about immunity, like the same disease may not be suffered by all the person in the same way. It all depends on the immunity of an individual, the strength of a person who are having, and it is a response towards a particular disease. In that regard, the immunity having a role in this. Like the individual, how he respond towards the disease as such, that it is accountability of an immunity as such. Like the food habits of a person, the routine, what he follows in his day-to-day lifestyle, this all, it is having a accountability with the immunity. As Sir speaks, the strength of the individual, the ojas of an individual, the essence of all the saptadhatu, in common terms we can term as it is a strength of an individual. These all it is depend on the food habits and the mental status and the routine what the individual follows.
Right, the routine which one follows, the food habits. You just spoke about the concept of Ayurveda. A concept of immunity in Ayurveda, Dr. Vyas. But again, for a layman, what do I do? As I asked earlier, should I drink mulethi? Should I drink ashwagandha? Should I start doing pranayams from tomorrow morning? Help me understand, sir, for the common man watching the show.
Yes. In Ayurveda, immunity is broadly of three main types. Firstly, is the immunity that a person has right from the birth. This is known as Sahaj Bala or innate immunity. It is basically determined by the genetic factors, or I can say it is an inherent characteristic property which is present since birth that an individual receives from their parent. And in this kind of immunity, there is very less to do in order of to modify it. Secondly, we have Kalaj Bala, that is the immunity which is according to the season and the age of an individual, like in rainy season and summers, the ball of individual will be less. In contrary to this in winter, it will be more. According to age also, we all know that bal will be alpa or minimum in child and old age, and uttam or maximum in young age. And the last one is Yuktikrata, that is the immunity which is acquired through a healthy diet, lifestyle, and general well-being. It is this immunity which we can enhance by practicing proper and healthy diet and lifestyle. And Ayurveda has a lot to offer in this regard.
Right. So, if we speak of what Ayurveda has to offer in this regard, Dr. Vyas, could you elaborate on that front, please?
Yes. In Ayurveda, we have different and very important concepts like following proper Dinacharya, Ritucharya, Ratricharya. Apart from this, Ayurveda explains several beneficial herbs that are very easily available that can contribute in boosting our immunity. I will mention few of them. First, very common herbs like amla. It is one of the richest source of vitamin C and is perfect for overall immunity. It has the ability to regenerate the body systems. It also has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It is a Rasayan drug in Ayurveda. Using its fresh juice or in powder form has a very good effect in immunity boosting. Similarly, ginger, it is loaded with antimicrobial compounds that helps to fight with infections and boost immunity level. It also aids digestion and helps with respiratory elements such as cough, cold, pneumonia, asthma, bronchitis. Like tulsi, it is a very common plant. We all have at our home
in our home
since ages. We are using it in various respiratory related problems as that has anti-infective properties. It helps with respiratory tract infection such as cough, cold, sore throat, and asthma. Fresh tulsi juice taken twice a day is known to boost health. Similarly, black pepper or kali mirch, it is having both an antioxidant and an antibacterial agent. Therefore, contribute to overall wellness tremendously. The piperine in black pepper aids in lung detoxification. It also increases the production of T cells, which helps to fight with infections. And similarly, turmeric also, it is also has anti-inflammatory property, very effective in treating infections due to the presence of antioxidant active constituents. We have already seen the magical effect of turmeric during this COVID time.
Absolutely. And so, you very succinctly mentioned that's really what the viewers also been wanting to hear. What should they do exactly? What are these Ayurvedic herbs they should consume, perhaps on a daily basis in a limited quantity to boost their immunity? But Dr. Shashi Rekha, there are many skeptics as well. And I didn't want to touch the controversial part, but let's just get done with it. There are many skeptics who say allopathy is the answer to everything. They reject Ayurveda, claiming that it's just placebo. What would be your response to them?
It is not the matter of rejection or acceptance. The Ayurveda, it hidden in the food habits itself. Like our routine, what it is there with that, if we are following certain, like the commonly using, like the using of papaya or using of citrus fruit or as said, turmeric and all, and even the ginger, garlic, this all in our kitchen, it is all available. By using such things, the immunity will get increase in our body. Whatever required for the body, this all will be provided by the food itself. So by using such things, such particular drugs, the immunity itself will get increased. So the infection, if it is there also, the exposure to such infection also will get reduces.
And that's exactly the point we wanted to drive, that in no way anyone is claiming that, these herbs can actually prevent you from getting COVID. But if you do, you have a better chance of fighting the infection. That's exactly what the experts here are also perpetuating. And Dr. Vyas, sir, if you could come in here, when we're speaking of the concept of immunity, in Ayurveda, you very, beautifully explained really the herbs which one should consume. Help us understand really the significance of yoga as well, the combination, as you said, of a diet and the, physical exercise in overall well-being, which can help people ward off and at least fight infections, even if we speak of the COVID-19.
Yes. Also, daily practicing exercise like Surya Namaskar, Yogasan, pranayam, and meditation also has positive effect in increasing immunity. Use of khajur with warm milk, or taking turmeric with warm water or warm milk during bedtime has magical effect in immunity boosting. Apart from this, when we have ashwagandha or guduchi,
Yes.
mulethi, or lavang, which are the magical herbs, what has immune boosting effects.
Right, and sir, since you spoke of ashwagandha, giloy, mulethi, I'd like to elaborate that on a little bit more because Dr. Shashi Rekha, in the last wave, I personally know of a lot of people who were consuming giloy, ashwagandha, etc. Later, of course, there were reports that they have no effect. There were some reports also that giloy can lead to liver diseases. Also, where do you stand on the spectrum of this debate, ma'am?
The use of ashwagandha that is mentioned as a rasayana in our classics. Rasayana, like routine use of that rasayana will enhance the health. It is not like after the person exposed to the infection or disease condition, it should be used. As a routinely, if the person is using the avla or ashwagandha or yashti madhu, such things, it will enhance the strength of the individual. Like many research works have already held, like the use of this ashwagandha along with the milk will boost up the healthy condition of an individual. It enhances the healthy status of the individual.
Well, that's the point, that it enhances the condition, it enhances your immunity, and that perhaps why, of course, you're advocating it. Dr. Vyas, really, when we speak of Omicron, the new variant, which everyone is extremely worried about, large number of cases we are seeing, the infectivity rate also very high. How can really Ayurveda and all the practices which you are perpetuating, how can they help fight the Omicron variant, sir?
Yes. Now this new variant Omicron has come, and it is found that the spread in Omicron is high, but the severity is low. But still we need to take it seriously. Basically, the symptoms of this disease includes running nose, headache, fatigue, sneezing, sore throat in order to cure them. We have many rasayan drugs which can be taken to combat this variant, such as taking amalki rasayana, Trifla rasayana, then taking Chavanprash in milk or milk mixed with turmeric powder. Also, symptoms of cough or cold can be immediately treated by giving medicines like Sitopladi Churna or Haridra Khanda mixed with honey. Then use of Rasayan Churna is also very effective. This is the Churna containing Guduchi, Gokshur and Amalki in equal quantities. It constituents individually are a potent immune modulators.
And Dr. Shashi Rekha, any word of caution for those, perhaps who could be resorting to, all the Ayurvedic alternatives which have been provided to boost our immunity as far as quantity is concerned? What would you like to tell the people when it comes to not going overboard, taking, all the herbs which you are recommended, but in a limited quantity with the right application of mind?
For everything, there is some limitations. It's not like overtaken, like this amalaki should be taken. It's not like as a substitute for the food or something like that. It is like in which quantity it's supposed to be consumed. Only in that quantity, in once a day, it should be consumed, and that too for 7 days or 10 days it should be continued, and by that itself the result will be obtained. But as a rasayana, if person continue like the haridra or the garlic or ginger, such things, routinely the person can continue. But as a medicine, if person is consuming something, it is like for 1 week or 10 days, it is more than sufficient. It's
right.
like,
and how do we incorporate this into our lifestyle, Dr. Vyas? All of the herbs which you are advocating, the lifestyle changes, better eating habits, practicing yoga every day. What will be your parting message? Because we are reaching the end of this discussion. What will be your parting message to those who are watching you on the show today, sir?
According to Ayurveda, the main 3 things are more important. Number 1 is diet. Second is sleep or nidra. And third is exercise. If we follow these 3 things, then just we can maintain our immunity also. And in this pandemic also, these 3 things are very useful.
Right. And Dr. Shashi Rekha, your last word, any word of precaution, or caution which you say people should follow in the era of Omicron, or of course going over and above masks, social distancing and sanitizing?
First of all, over conscious towards anything should be avoided. And whatever the protocol is provided, like mask, wearing the mask and social distance, that should be, and timely food and proper habits and keeping peace of mind is very necessary in this condition.
All right. So as far as Ayurveda is concerned, multiple benefits. This is something which is in our heritage, something which we've known for generations and years, seem to have forgotten for a slight duration of time. Very unfortunate that it was the coronavirus which jolted us back to look at our roots, to look at solutions which we had known for generations. The world is following us. Perhaps it's time that as India, we own our heritage. And as far as Ayurveda is concerned, it has multiple health benefits. It is a combination of herbs, good eating habits, and exercise. So continue social distancing, continue wearing your mask. If you do unfortunately get Omicron, follow a doctor's prescription. But to boost your immunity, of course, multiple answers are available in our own Ayurveda. For now, thank you both of you for joining us on NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.